Week 7. The Patriots dominated the...
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Takes it at the 7. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
They'll run for the first time with Hill. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now with excellent field position to start things out. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 116 yards, and a trip to the end zone.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Calhoun, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Now back to throw. This one is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Goes right back to Smith again. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 6 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10. And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. Play action. It's Jackson. His throw incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak. It's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's Hill again on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Jackson. And that is incomplete. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there. Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Patrick Ricard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned a little more power. They scored.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A nice run there. Nothing to score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson from the shotgun. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. Breaks a tackle. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run with Hill. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. 2nd and 11 now. To throw is Jackson. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball. But when you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
Oh, no doubt about it. Running right in there and talking to the team.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Jackson's throw on target to Godwin here. Now Jackson on 1st down. A dump off now to Hill. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Jackson now. That is going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Cameron Jordan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. Under pressure, they got him again. Akeem Hicks has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 44 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Takes it at the 7th. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll run on first down. Calhoun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Patriots take over. New England's offense set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This is Smith with a grab, and they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there for the Patriots.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. And this one is right through. And that'll bring them back within 4. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble, then recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the second quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee They told him, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Now the try here for the extra point. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks and no touchdown passes yet either. They'll throw now on the final play. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. Now it handed over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the visiting Steelers who were able to walk away with the road victory. Juju Smith-Schuster, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Derrick Henry, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they have the lead over the visiting Buccaneers as that game has gone to halftime. Kenny Golladay, a touchdown catch in that first half. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for New England. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 28. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Miami set to take over. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there for the Patriots.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jackson.
Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 38-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's it, baby.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Now it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Webb. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And able to find Kirk complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Here we go. Here we go.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a 10th carry for Hill. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Patriots add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
On 2nd down now. Calhoun. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. He'll look to throw. Out to the right here to Shepard. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. They go play action with Jackson.
He spots his tight end Keene over the middle.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. From the gun, a run for Hill. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
The Patriots ready to get the football back. And really, you can't have a better situation than this. 1st and goal at the 1. Harris. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That makes things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
Again, it's Harris.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run with Harris. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They definitely have their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
No hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They run for it with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Damian Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So that challenge, a successful one. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Inside handoff here to Ricard. Oh, he's trying to plow ahead, but I don't think he got there. He did it. That's a safety.
Right now. Let's hunt, baby.
Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Taken from just and it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return will stop right around the 25. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third down, Calhoun. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will cut the lead down to 13. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Let's go, bring it on.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Oh, he shifts past him, and he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Stop shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw on target to Godwin here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On the give, this is Harris. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Second and 5. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jalen Phillips, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position, and even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 57 yards on the ground for him so far. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have a Patriots 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. On 2nd down, it's Harris. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And they take a knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll run with Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Let's go.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Patriots, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Miami, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.